Hi everybody. A few weeks ago I was asked by one of the watchers on my YouTube channel, one of the subscribers, what would be the best Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 game mode for someone who say had a disability, say found it difficult to see. And I've been thinking about this for the last few weeks, about what would be the best game mode for someone who maybe had like a physical disability that made being accurate within a first-person shooter, or maybe for people who weren't that accurate at shooting but still really enjoy Call of Duty, how they could play a competitive game mode and not only have fun doing it but be near the top of the leaderboard and make a real difference to their team and feel like they're making a real difference and earn lots of points as well. And after playing loads of different game modes and playing hundreds of hours of games, I've come up with this Hardpoint. Now I want to move past the idea that you should go off and you should play against bots on easy mode, and that stuff. You can do that. You could play a local game, if you're not that accurate but you still want to shoot enemies, you could always do that. But the idea with Hardpoint is this is a game mode that is in competitive Call of Duty. This is when they do the World Call of Duty League. Hardpoint is one of the modes that they do. So I've come up with a play style and a class setup where you really can be top of the leaderboards and win the game basically for your team without really shooting anybody at all. So if you're not sure about what Hardpoint is, so in Hardpoint what happens is during the game these hardpoints move around the map from location to location to location, and the team that gets the most points wins the game. And the way that you win points is by staying on the hardpoint. So if you're on the hardpoint, for every second that you're on the hardpoint, your team gets a point. If you've got two players on the hardpoint, say you'll be earning 2 points a second. So if you're on the hardpoint for 10 seconds by yourself, you get 10 points. If there's two of you on the hardpoint for 10 seconds, you get 20. If there's three of you on the hardpoint for 10 seconds, you get 30 points. And hardpoints last a minute, and then they move on. If a member of the enemy team or a few members of the enemy team get on the hardpoint too, the hardpoint then becomes contested and nobody's earning any points at all. The beauty with Hardpoint is that the rotations that the hardpoints go through are fixed. They're always the same. And so this is the game mode where if you learn those rotations, or if you roughly learn them and then write them down and have access to them while you're playing the game, you will have a massive advantage over probably almost everybody else who's playing the game, because people just don't remember them. Because lots of people, they play lots of different game modes. They'll play free-for-all, they'll play domination, they'll play team deathmatch, they'll play hardpoint, but they don't take the time to learn them. But if you do learn them, you can go from being someone who is reacting to hardpoints, so trying to run after them, to someone who knows where to go. And if you know where to go, you can get to the hardpoint first. You can set up a defensive perimeter, and you can hold that hardpoint and get loads of points. And this is the tactic we do, and this is the tactic I want you to try out if you think this could appeal to you. So if you're the sort of person, maybe you've got a physical disability and you have trouble with accuracy, or you just have trouble with accuracy in general, but you enjoy Call of Duty, you think, I wouldn't mind getting to the top of the leaderboard a couple of times, this is the mode to play. And so what you do, and I'm going to, when this match is over, I'm going to show you the full setup. Basically what you do is you equip the riot shield as your primary weapon, you have a pistol as your secondary weapon, you use the EOD perk to reduce explosive damage, and then you use the restock and shrapnel perk, so you can have 2 claymores and 1 smoke grenade, and you equip the trophy system as your field upgrade. and then you learn the hard points. Now what I'm going to do is in the description below this video, I'm going to put links to all the videos I've already done that show you how to learn the hard points, and I'm also going to show you, there's also going to be a link to a document that is going to have listed the order that the hard points go on most of the maps. I haven't done all of them, but most of them are there. And as soon as you know that, what we do is at the beginning of the game, you'll know where the first hard point is going to be, and you try and get on that hard point, and you do just what I'm doing here. You run in, you set up your claymores, you won't have your trophy system yet because it won't have charged up, and you just sit in the corner with your riot shield up and you wait, and you will be earning points. And then every single time, when it gets to about 20 seconds to go on the hard point, you leave that hard point, the current hard point, and you go to the next one. Right, and you do exactly the same thing. You go to the hard point, you set up your claymores, you put your trophy system in the middle of the room, you get into the corner, and you get ready for the hard point to change, then you earn those points. Again, you wait for the next time when there's just 20 seconds to go, and you move. Now, if during this time when you're on the hard point, and you get killed, and there's 30 seconds or less to go, you then move to the next hard point. You don't try and retake it, you move to the next hard point and you get on it, you set your claymores up, you put your trophy system in the middle. So you see this is exactly what I'm doing here. The hard point is changing in 10 seconds, so I'm getting up into this area, one claymore down there, one claymore in front of the window, set it up here, trophy system in the middle, putting my shield out, and that's it, I'm ready to go. Now the other thing you do as well is, if you feel you're about to be overwhelmed by enemies, you throw your smoke grenade out, and that will confuse them because they won't know where you are. Also, if you're feeling a little bit aggressive as well, if there's a hard point that's been captured by the enemy and there's still, you know, more than 30 seconds to go, by all means go to that hard point, throw a smoke grenade into it and try and get onto the edge of that hard point, put your shield up and just kind of defend the edge, because by being on that hard point and defending it, you're preventing them from earning any points. Now probably, you know, a little bit of an advanced technique while you're doing this as well is, if you're in a situation where you're on a hard point and it's being contested, so it's being attacked by other players and you're on it, as soon as it gets to 20 seconds to go, basically sacrifice yourself. You know, let them kill you, because then you'll spawn somewhere else away from them, and then you can get to the next hard point. And trust me, this works so well, and you will have so much fun, because enemies, they just don't know what to do. You'll see them firing their machine, like here, they're just firing their machine gun at me, thinking, why can't we kill this guy? why can't we kill him? All the time while they're trying to decide what to do, I'm earning all these points. But no, I'm whacking these guys, I'm killing them with my shield. And so, you know, so I'm dead there, so I look at the clock, how long is it going to be to the next hard point, and then I move. You know, so it's less than 30 seconds, so I think, right, let's move, let's try and get to the next hard point that way. And you'll see here, I think, do I pick up his gun? No, I go into the next building, and this is the technique you use, and by using this technique, you're definitely going to get near the top of the leaderboard with a bit of practice, and you'll make a massive difference. Now, I'm not saying play this game mode all the time. You know, by all means, you know, get your machine gun out, get your M4 out, get your MP5 out, and go around shooting people. But if you really want to have a go at making a big difference and getting to the top of the leaderboard and earning loads of XP, please give this a go, because I want to find out how you get on. I want to find out what worked for you, whether you did anything different that actually came up with like a better tactic or a better strategy, and I want to know about the fun you had doing this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let this gameplay play out, and then the next bit of it is I'm going to go through the gun setup in a little bit more detail, and then we're going to look at some more gameplay as well after that.
On station, beginning swing. how it's done.
Okay, so let's take a look at the weapon loadout I recommend for using this tactic in Hardpoint. And as I say, this loadout is all about maximising your competitive ability in the game, even though you may not be very good at aiming and shooting people. And that's why you've seen from the footage to start off with, and my kind of explanation, that we use the mighty riot shield. Pretty sure this thing's fully bulletproof. I don't think I've ever seen one break. Rockets do a bit of damage to it, I think. The main danger with when you're using the riot shield is people getting behind you or throwing grenades over the top of you, or explosions coming down from the top. And what you find with the riot shield is a lot of people just don't know how to deal with it, but it's your own amazing bulletproof barrier, portable one as well, so that you can get yourself up on the hard point. You can put your claymores down, maybe you can pop a smoke grenade to really hide, get right in that corner and kind of have your shield there, you know, crouch down as you're using it, and then aim it towards any enemies that are coming towards you. And then in some rooms where there's, like, say, a couple of doors and you defended them, and maybe you've got some teammates in with you, you can push up to the edge of the hardpoint and you can stop people coming in. And the other thing that people don't realise as well is that you can kill them with the riot shield. So if someone comes up to you and they're trying to shoot you, just bash them with the riot shield a couple of times and they'll go down. And not only does it give you that opportunity, but it also gives you the opportunity to, if the hardpoint is taken by the enemy, you can contest it. Just get in the corner, you know, get your right shield up and just hang on, and it will stop the enemy from getting those points. So as I say, primary weapon, riot shield. Secondary weapon is a pistol, whichever pistol you feel most happy with. I mean, I quite like the fast firing pistols that don't do that much damage, rather than the slow ones that do a lot, because I'm not that accurate. The best thing the way to think about the pistol is it's just a placeholder. It's there if you get some lucky opportunities where mainly you're running towards the next hard point and an enemy runs in front of you. You can blatter them with your pistol. What you want to be doing though is you always want to be, if you're in that opportunity where you do kill someone or you see a dead body, swap to your pistol and then pick up the other gun, so you have got something better should you need it. But remember, this strategy, this tactic, is all about really just using your riot shield. It's not about killing other players with guns. You're going to kill it with claymores and with the riot shield, but not with guns. And also, when you're moving around the map, you want to be using your pistol. Well, yeah, sorry, you want to have your pistol equipped because you move faster. Right, now we start getting into the nitty-gritty of everything. So the perks, EOD, you want to have this equipped. This is the perk that makes you take less damage, and trust me, when you're in a hard point and you've got your shield there, they are going to be throwing everything they can at you. They're going to be throwing grenades, molotovs, flashbangs, all sorts of stuff. Now your shield is going to help you deflect a lot of this, but EOD is going to stop you dying. Trust me, it's essential. Your second perk and your third perk are related to each other. So this is restock. So with restock, your equipment recharges itself. So your claymores and your smoke grenades, because they're really important tactical tools that you're going to use. Because with perk 3, with shrapnel, that gives you 2 lethals to start off with, which means that obviously you choose your lethal is your claymore and your tactical is your smoke grenade. So when you get on a hard point, you put 1 claymore down in one place, 1 claymore down in another place, and then you hunker down and you're ready to go. You'd be surprised how many kills you can get with claymores, or at least if someone runs into it who's got EOD, they're going to get badly damaged and they're going to back off, and that's all those extra seconds that you're going to get on the hard point. Another cool thing you can do as well is, if you're on the hard point by yourself, move forward a little bit from the wall, plant a claymore, move back again. That way you've got a claymore in front of you. Someone runs in, tries to get you. They run into the claymore. And as I say, with restock, they keep recharging. You can only ever have 2 claymores down at the same time. It's not like you can wait 30 seconds and plant another claymore and you have 3 and 4. If you've got 2 down already, one of them will disappear. Then one of them will go, and one of them will go. But it's really, really easy to do. Put them down, and in the heat of battle as well, people forget where the claymores are, and they go over them and they get damaged and they get killed. The smoke grenade, you can use it defensively and offensively. Now, this loadout is mainly, obviously, it's a defensive loadout. You're very, very weak when it comes to moving from hardpoint to hardpoint. You'll often find yourself in situations where you'll probably keep dying and dying when you're trying to get to the hard point if the spawn isn't with you, because you don't have the weapons to be able to compete and move fast. You can either get your riot shield out and you're fairly safe, but if you pistol out, try and compete with people who've got M4s and AKs and MP5s and MP7s, or shotguns, you're just gonna die. But what you can do with the smoke grenade is when you get towards a hard point offensively and the hard point has been taken, you can throw your smoke grenade into the hard point, and then all you need to do is get onto the edge of that hard point with some cover behind you, put your riot shield in front of you, hunker down, crouch so that you're behind your shield, and that hard point will then become contested. The enemy will not earn any points at all, and you'll then you'll prevent them from earning the points. That will then give you your teammates time to come and give you a hand if they want to, and you'll find the enemy will just be concentrating all their fire on you because they get obsessed with people with shields. They hate them, and then your teammates can come in and mop them up. The other way that you can use the smoke grenade is you can use it defensively. So when you're already on the hard point, you've captured it, maybe you're by yourself, the enemies are coming in, you know that if there's too many of them, one of them's going to get behind you, he's going to jump over the top and try and get behind you. Throw a smoke grenade down, it just causes confusion. Again, it's those extra few seconds so that you can gain, where you can getting points on the hard point, and getting that advantage for your team. And it really does work an awful lot, and very, very well. For your field upgrade, it has to be the trophy system, because this little beauty defends you while you're defending the hard point, because you'll be on the hard point with your shield. They'll be firing rockets in. If it's an open hard point, they may be calling cruise missiles in down on you. They'll definitely be throwing grenades in and stun grenades, all sort of stuff, and your little trophy system is going to do its best to shoot them down. And people will often, you'll find yourself in a situation where people will just be like, they can't quite understand what's going on. They'll shoot all their bullets at you and nothing will happen, and you'll be like, right, cool. Then they'll get their rocket launcher out, they'll fire that at you, and your trophy system will shoot that down, and they'll be like, they'll throw a grenade, the trophy system will shoot that down as well. This is like 20 seconds later, 25 seconds later, you've earned loads of points for your team on that hard point already, and then you're kind of ready to go. Now, you're probably not really going to be able to earn many kill streaks, if any. Maybe you might get a personal radar or maybe 2 UAV, so just choose low streaks. If you manage to pick up a gun, a nice gun like an M4 to replace your pistol, and then you got into a situation where you could defend yourself and get a few kills in a row, then you might find yourself with something like, but what would be really, really good would be if you could get something like the auto sentry gun, because then you can set the sentry gun up, and it will defend a hard point. And and the combination of a sentry gun, you with the riot shield, and a trophy system, I mean, that hard point, there's no way anybody's going to take it. They're just not. They're just not going to be able to take it out. So that's very powerful. But the chances of you getting 7 kills in a row with this setup are pretty light. And don't be tempted to use one of your perks up to change to score streaks rather than kill streaks. That means you'll lose restock. So don't do that. And normally I would run with the care package for 4 kills, but even then I don't bother with that, because I don't want to get into a situation where I earn a care package and then I've got to leave the fight, leave the flow of running from hardpoint to hardpoint to call in a care package to something that might just be UAV or something like that. So don't really worry about your kill streaks very much at all. And there we go. That's the weapons loadout for this hardpoint technique, and I hope it helps you. So let's have a look at some more of gameplay using this technique, and maybe then you can give it a go yourself. Okay, so we're on Grasna raid here, hardpoint, and I'm going to kind of talk you through what I'm thinking about when I'm running around and what I'm doing. And what I don't want you to worry about is don't worry about trying to memorize these map changes now, these hardpoint changes now, because in the description down below on the YouTube video you'll see there's going to be a link to a document that's got all the hardpoint rotations written down, and there's also going to be a link to all the videos where I've made instruction videos about how to learn the different hardpoint rotations. And honestly, once you've got them written down and you've run them a couple of times, as long as you've got the list there when you're playing, you go, alright, okay, it's the restaurant next, you're pretty good. So at the beginning of the game, we've been lucky enough, I've been able to get onto the initial hardpoint. I've dropped myself down, there's a buddy with me, and I'm just using my shield in the direction that I think the enemies are going to be. As I said before, the critical thing with this is, as soon as you get to 20 seconds to go, if you're still alive, you go for the next hardpoint. If you die, and there's 30 seconds or less to go, you go to the next hardpoint. So that's what's happened to me. So I've gone to the next hardpoint in the restaurant. I'm going to close that door. I'm going to put down my claymore. One claymore down there. One claymore down there. I haven't got my trophy system yet. So one of the best places to go here. I'm just waiting for it to... There we go. So trophy system's activated. I tuck myself right down, right down in the back. And, you know, I'm good to go. Because as soon as it changes... That's it. I'm here. Right. Now the reason why I'm throwing smoke there is I'm by myself. I want to confuse the enemies that are coming near. Because with that smoke being there, they won't see, or it will make it very difficult for them to see claymores. Bang. So I'm having to go with my pistol there because he was doing it. Now I get killed there. So you look at the time, you think, right, how long have we got? Right, there's only 20 seconds to go. There's no point trying to get back to that hard point. Let's just get to the next one, which in this case is the blue building, that building there. Let's get there nice and early. Restock has charged up my claymores again, so I can put my claymores down. My trophy system's ready to go again. My smoke grenades ready to go again. Just one down there. Come into the next room. Trophy system goes down. As you know, because the trophy system, having a quick now, I just wanted to check there wasn't a hole in the ceiling. Trophy system goes down, that will defend me against rockets and grenades coming in and stuns and all this sort of stuff. And I'm ready, and I'm defending the hard point. And if you look down in the bottom left hand corner, already with just 3 hard points gone, we really are, you know, getting a lead already. I think I hear the enemies coming, so I throw down a smoke grenade. Now, I'm looking at the clock now. We've got 30 seconds to go. I'm thinking about going to the next one. The next hardpoint is a long way away. It's all the way over at the garage. And this is a big map. So I leave, and I'm heading over there. I get a nice little kill on that person. And again, if you look down in the bottom corner, my claymores are recharging. I've already got 1 claymore. My smoke grenade's back now. My trophy system is right. I've got 2 claymores back now. That's the beauty of restock. This is the garage, so I'm going to put down 1 claymore there, probably 1 by the back door. There we go. I'm the first in the hard point. I've earned all those XP. Smoke grenade goes down to confuse enemies. I'm tucked in. Trophy system available. Trophy system goes down, and I'm earning all these points. And already we're over 100 points in the lead. And I'm just ready. I'm just waiting. You'll hear bang, another claymore kill. I love those claymore kills. And you are playing really tactically here. You know, you've outthought the opposition, you've got ahead of the game, you've created defensive positions, and you do it. Now, I'm looking at the clock, 20 seconds to go, roughly. Now, the next hard point, again, it's a long way away. It's at the laundromat. Get that guy. Really, what would have been nice there is if I could have picked up his gun. That would have been really cool, so I'd had an M4. I try and avoid that guy because I don't want to get into a gunfight, you know, pistol versus submachine gun. Now, unfortunately, there's a guy who got there before me, and this is where this setup, using the shield and the pistol, does put you at a disadvantage because if there's other players who would know what to do as well and they get there before you, it's very difficult for you to compete with them, because you've just got a pistol. What you need to do in that case is get as close as you can, put out your shield, throw a smoke into the hardpoint and just shuffle your way into the hardpoint. As it was, I picked up this person's gun and I just sort of fire into the hardpoint just to try and get a few kills. But the clock's ticking. The next hardpoint after this is back at the trenches. So I know in a second or two I'm either going to die or I'm going to go to the next one. So at this point I think, right, let's go. Let's go and get set up in the trenches. My trophy system is available. I've got 2 claymores available, and we're good to go to earn loads of points. So this is where the next hard point is. Trophy system's going to go down up there. Put a claymore down there at that entrance. Claymore down there at that entrance. Shield is out. Tuck myself down. And what I'm doing then is I'm kind of looking at where I think the enemies would come from, and generally the enemies are going to be coming from where your teammates are not. 190 points to, is that 81? Still over 100 points in the lead. You see that? That was my trophy system taking out. Smoke grenade goes in. Happy days. The more confused the enemy is, the better for me. I'm earning all these points. Looking at the clock, is it time for me to go to the restaurant yet? It's going to be soon. Right, let's go. Let's see if we can get to the restaurant. We want to get to the restaurant ahead of the enemy. Point limit is normally 250 points on hard point. So we're pretty close to the end anyway. I've got a clean run straight through to the hotel, which is the next one. So all I'm thinking, I've got both claymores available. I've got my smoke grenade available. Again, favourite place for a claymore. Another favourite place for a claymore. Get down to the back. If my trophy system becomes available, I'll throw that out, which is in just a second. And we're about to win anyway. And that's it. And we've won. How easy was that? So please, please, please give this tactic a go. Give this gun setup a go. Tell me how you get on. Does it work for you? Does it enable you, if you're a person who has trouble with accuracy, has trouble with shooting people in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, has this got you to the top of the leaderboard? Are you making a real big difference to your team? And are you really enjoying it? And as I say, because having fun is the most important thing. Anyway, that's enough for me. Drop a like if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see more of the same. And I'll see you again soon.